today I will demonstrate how we can masking those information, any sensitive information. So today sensitive information means suppose we don't want to expose or any informations which are actually very confidential or very sensitive data, like credit card number, pin number, or any things which are related to the particular employee, like employee address, employee email ID, and also employee phone number. Those information actually we don't want to display to the particular user. There are certain also like maybe how we can display those info with masking, so that everyone doesn't aware of those information, like only maybe we can display the last four digit of the credit card number, or maybe of the password, or maybe the mobile number, those information. So today I will demonstrate with how we can mark those information in the response, because nowadays those particular response can be used from the multiple clients maybe, or from the UI also it can be used. So those information we need to send those information with masking in the response of any particular API. So in this tutorial I'm going through those kind of things, like how we can masking those information. So for doing so actually what I have used, created one project with using this Spring Boot 3 for REST APIs, and also I have used the Spring Security for authentication and the authorization. So why I means taken the authorization, like here is a one what functionality is here, like if the particular user is the admin, then admin can get all the details without masking. If it is a particular, if the role is the user, then those user can get those information with masking. So there is some means things actually only the user can view the only the masking, that also we can add over here. So that's why I've taken the like authorization and authentication. So for authorization and authentication, what we did actually for that, we used actually JWT token. So I'll going through those things how we can. So for that already I have created one project. So for token you can like get those things like authentication one, so it will be do from the from the database actually. It will take those username and password. So those kind of related to the JWT token, already I have one video in this. I will share those links so you can go through like how this JWT token is work. But today we will focus on this how we can masking the data. So for this created one actually controller, like API actually you can say like get all user. What it will do, it will do actually fetch all the user from the database. So for the time being I have like this disable this free authorized things, so that we can only it can be fetched by the user as well as the like admin user also. So if we run this one, then it will we can run this one. Once it is run, then I will show you like what currently it is showing. Yeah. So now if we first for fetching this actually get all user, we need to fetch the token. So once we will get the token actually like as a admin user, then we need to pass this one as a authorization. Now it will actually showing the data. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to first like get the token, and then we need to pass this token as a header over here for the services as a BRR token. Once we pass this authentication token, then it will give us the response. But what we need to do now, we need to like encrypted means masking this email ID or maybe password, or like here is a one card number. So those information we are going to mark. So how we can mark those information? So we need to marks actually like the in the response, right? So for this what do we need to do, as we are already having this DTO, so we need to mark this information like email, password, and the card number. So for that what do we need to do, we need to like also we are having the controller. But once we are done with these things, then we need to write I will write one actually custom annotations for doing so, like custom annotation. So let's write this one. So let's create one package for this uh, com.etsy. Let's create one package dot annotation. Okay, now here we need to create one annotation. like maybe what we can say means we can provide any name, any like maybe marks data, masking data, masking data. Okay, now here what we need to means there are certain things, certain annotation that we need to provide, like retention one, return retention policy actually, that is runtime. Then like target means where we need to apply, so the target is like field element type we need to provide, means where we need to is in the field we need to apply this annotation. And then actually we need to provide JSON serializer, that actually do the property JSON serializer. Okay, here actually we need to like provide our custom annotation implementation, so that actually we need to create another class. And here also we need to provide like Jackson annotation. Okay, sorry, Jackson annotation inside this one. Once here actually we need to create provide one masking data implementation, or maybe masking data serializer. That class actually we need to create for masking the data. We can create the class. Okay, here also we need to provide some kind of like, as I was mentioning, like we need to provide it will actually fetch based on the roles, like in case of the admin roles. And here what you can say default is admin. Okay, so actually we need to here it is throwing some exceptions, so that will be resolved once we will working on this one. So what we need to do over here, we need to like uh, implement actually. First of all, like we need to extend, there is a one thing that standard serializer. Yes, here we need to pass as a object, means any object can be over here. And then implements another interface actually. It's like for checking the like roles and all those things, filter out those things, contextual serializer. Yes, now once it is done, then we need to override some. Yes, we need to provide the constructor, we need to add unimplemented method. Okay, now here actually we need to provide the implementation. First of all, like we need to pass over here the this allowed roles actually. And here actually we need to create this string. Okay, now here what you need to call, instead of this, and then we need to assign. Okay, why it is throwing create a constructor. Okay, Yes, we need to create one default constructor, and here we need to call object. Okay, okay. Now here actually we need to provide the implementation, like this create here actually we need to provide this. How we can do that? Like we need to check this kind of property, and then we need to map this particular actually like annotation. Okay, how we can do that? Like we need to do something like this way. Optional dot of nullable. Yes, and then we need to pass this property. After this we need to map actually. What do we need to map? We need to map we need to get the annotation actually. From where we need to get the annotation? We need to get the annotation for masking data, right? Dot class. Now actually we need to map optional. Here actually it will masking data. Okay, now here actually what we need to return here actually we need to send out this annotation dot. We need to map from here. What we need to map? We need to map the roles. Yes, that actually we need to return from here. If it is not found, then what we need to return something. So that's why we need to mention like okay, there is one typo. Now it will work, or else we need to provide like a new string. What do you need to pass over here? Admin. Okay. Why it is throwing exception? It's showing or else string in the optional string. It should work. Okay. Next, what do we need to do once we are done with this create contextual? So here what we are filtering out, actually we are means getting the roles from these annotations. Then what we need to do here in this method, actually we need to write the masking logic, right? So here actually, like first we need to get the context, security context from security context holder, something like security context holder dot get context. We need to assign it with security context. Next, we need to get the authentication. Get authentication. Next, what do we need to do? We need to get like a value, string value equal to get data, for example, as the value is already in used. Value dot to string. Next, we need to check like if authentication not equals to null, then like we need to get the roles from whatever the allowed roles over there, something like arrays dot we need to convert this as list. Yes, like as list, then we need to import this list, and here actually it will be treated as a string, and the name like something like maybe allowed, or maybe you can say it's a roles. Okay, next what do we need to do? We need to count like how many it's having the roles, count of the roles for then we can check that what kind of role it is. So for that, what do we need to do? We need to like we can use the authentication dot get authorize dot stream dot filter. Here we need, what we need to do, the roles this particular roles actually dot contains and from here what we need to like do the substring for admin, like admin is the 5, so then we need to calculate the count. Okay, and the count, as you know, it will return as a long, so long count is equal to this. Next, what do we need to do over here? We need to check if it is a count like 0 or something. If count, if it is 0, then what we need to do? We need to like marks the data. And how we will marks the data? Here actually we need to use some kind of regex. And we need to replace this with capital X character, and the regex word will be except the last 4 character. We need to replace all the character. So the regex should be something like question mark equal to, then except the last 4 character. It should work. And then finally, once these things are done, then we should like write these things, write as a string, yes, here we need to pass this data. So this is done. So this is the custom like annotation is written is done. Now what we need to do, we just need to, the final step should be whatever data we need to doing keep as a masking, we need to put this annotations, we need to push this masking data annotation. So let's like go to this data over here. So for example, if we need to this as a masking, okay, so we need to put this annotation over here. If we are going to like password, then we need to this one. If we are doing like card number, then also for card number also you need to use this masking data. Okay, now this is the done like actually whatever these things. So now what we need to do, we need to stop this application and rerun this application just to check like is it is working fine or not. So let's rerun this again. It's run successfully. Now first we need to create the JWT token with admin. Let's create it. Okay, so as you can see over here, as we are doing these things with the admin, so that's why it's not able to, not actually we are allowing to not marks data, means admin can able to view the not non-masking data. So we need to try with the user. Let's see with the user login actually. So if we try with the user, this is the token for user role, then we can pass this token as in header. Okay, okay, let's see why it is not working. Let's check this regex. Okay, instead of replace we need to use replace all. Let's rerun this again. Started. Let's try once. Yes, as you can see over here, it's actually encrypted all the character except the last four, right? So in this way means you can see all there. So this is actually based on the roles also it is working. Mean we can allow sensitive information to only the particular privileges user can able to view. So that also means means using the token we can use those things, means get those information. So as you can see over here, only the like admin user can able to view the all the information. But if it is a normal user with the role, means if you the from the database you can check like this is a user, it's having the role underscore user. So this particular user is not able to view those informations, only the masking data can able to view. But if it is a admin user can able to view all the information without masking. So this is the things, and this is all about like how you can like mask the data for means security purpose. So this is the way that we can do the things. We can mask the data based on privileges also. If you have anything, please do those things, let me know in the comment sections. And also please subscribe my channel so that you can get the notifications for future. Thank you.